Hello guys, welcome back to yet another video. So OnePlus Nord 3 got the second stable build of OxygenOS 15 with the Jan security patch. I've already updated my OnePlus Nord 3. It's not a major update guys, but when I updated the device, I was testing benchmarks and I noticed a serious improvements in the benchmark scores. So I thought let's keep you guys updated about this new update and we'll talk about what all improvements I get to see. So here you can see we have a OnePlus Nord 3. If I go to about section, you can see here OnePlus Nord 3 OxygenOS 15 version. If you see the version is 15.0.0.403. This is the second version of OxygenOS 15. I mean the stable version. The first version was .400. And I've seen a lot of users still saying that they haven't got the stable version of OxygenOS 15. So if you guys haven't received the OTA update, I can provide you the full zip file of OxygenOS 15. I mean this latest build, which is 401. So the update size will be somewhere around 6.70 GB and you can install it over OxygenOS 14 if you're running on your device. You don't require the first build of OxygenOS 15. Just select the file using the local install method. And if you don't see local install option here, just enable the developer options. That can be done by going to version, tap on the version number 7 times until you see you are a developer. Then you'll be able to see the local install option and from here select the file. And this is the full zip file as I mentioned. You can install it over 14.0. And now before moving ahead guys, we have somewhere around 85% of users who haven't subscribed to our channel, but they do watch our videos. So if you guys find our content useful to you guys, then make sure to smash the like button and also consider subscribing to our channel. So as I told you, it's not a huge update. First of all, let me show you the change logs. So if you talk about this update, here you can see it was related to system and communication. Under system, they say they have improved the system stability, updated the names of some fingerprint animation in some languages, and later on security patch have been updated. So here if you see the names of fingerprint animation, when it comes to particular language which is English, so here I did not notice any kind of changes. These are the name on the latest build and here I have the screenshot of the previous build. They might have done some changes in the different languages, but particularly for the English language, we do have similar names. And guys, still we haven't got the circle to search feature on OnePlus Nord 3 even after this update. But if you guys have missed out the video of stable version of OxygenOS, we do have all the AI features. You consider gallery application, we have things like AI detail boost, AI eraser, AI unblur, and AI reflection eraser. After that, under the notes also, you do have all the options like we have the newer version of AI assistant for notes, which is still not even available on OnePlus Nord 4. After that, if you see the next changelog, which is related to communication. So here they say they have fixed an issue with the call forwarding and call waiting on 2G and 3G services. See, personally, I can't say anything about 2G and 3G services because currently at my location, I always have 5G connectivity. Sometimes 4G, but can't comment anything about what fix they have done related to 2G and 3G. These are the only changes what they have done. And when we talk about the camera clarity, if you are coming from OxygenOS 14 to OxygenOS 15, I actually did not notice any kind of improvements in the camera segment. Here are some of the photos which you guys can take a look. I personally did not notice any kind of major improvements. The camera on OnePlus Nord 3 is decent. Sometimes it do wash out the color and also fails to maintain the dynamic range. And many comments which I noticed on our first video of OnePlus Nord 3 based on OxygenOS 15, there people were saying that they are not able to use the AI features. So in that case, if you're not able to use the AI features, you just go to the accessibility and convenience, smart sidebar, and make sure you enable smart functions from here. Once you enable that, you'll get to see all the AI features in things like smart sidebar. So for example, if I open up Chrome application here, you can see AI summary and AI speak pops up. This way you can use all the AI features, but make sure you enable this setting from the smart sidebar settings. And as I told you guys, I wasn't thinking to do a video, but I noticed the improvements in the benchmark scores. Later on, I also played BGMI. I'll show you the performance of BGMI also. First, talking about the benchmark scores. So here you can see these are the scores on the previous build, 1729, and multi-core scores were 4467. On this latest build, we do have similar scores when it comes to Geek benchmark testing. With Antutu benchmark application on the previous build, scores were 11,35,000 and on this latest build, scores are 11,30,000. And as I told you guys, where I did notice improvements, and that's in the wildlife extreme stress test. So there was a major bump in the stability scores. Previously, the stability scores were 74.5. And on this latest build, you can see the stability scores were 99.4, which is a huge bump. And that's the reason I thought of doing a video to check out the performance of the device. And also we noticed improvements in the CPU throttling test. You can see previously maximum CPU throttle 62%, wherein average gives were 2,94,000. On this latest build, maximum CPU throttle 76% and average gips were above 3,83,000. So keeping all these things in mind, we did a small BGMI test. One good thing is now officially we have the support of 120 FPS in BGMI for OnePlus Nord 3, but sadly OnePlus Nord 3 is not able to deliver 120 FPS. It maxes out only up to 90 FPS, which means the gameplay is limited to 90 FPS on this device. And one thing which I noticed on OnePlus Nord 3, like when the device heats up, when the temperature goes somewhere around 37 degrees Celsius, the FPS suddenly drops to 60. But as soon as the temperature cools down to 35 degrees Celsius, the FPS jumps back to 90 FPS almost immediately. This means the OnePlus has done a good job in FPS recovery, but the fact that the FPS drop at 37 is a bit concerning. Now normally OnePlus devices starts throttling FPS only when the temperature hits somewhere around 43-44 degrees Celsius, but here the OnePlus Nord 3 starts dropping FPS much earlier at just 36-37 degrees Celsius. This means the thermal management hasn't changed and OnePlus might be prioritizing temperature control over performance. The max FPS what we noticed while playing the game was 91, average FPS was somewhere around 71 frames per second, and the maximum device temperature was 38 degrees Celsius. The FPS wasn't very stable, which means the Nord 3 struggles to maintain a consistent 90 FPS experience for longer sessions. If you guys haven't updated your device, do let me know in the comment section below. Does your Nord 3 starts to drop frames soon it reaches 35-36 degrees Celsius, or you get to see the frame drops after device reaches above 40 degrees Celsius? And you guys have been asking the in-depth review of this device running OxygenOS 15, so in-depth review will be dropping very soon. I was waiting for the Jan update which have been rolled out. Now I'll start using this device as my primary phone, and within 4 to 5 days you guys will see an in-depth review. So if you guys have any kind of questions, you can also comment in this video, or else I'll also be doing a community post before releasing the review video. So guys, there's nothing much to talk about this update for OnePlus Nord 3 as it doesn't bring much of changes, so we'll talk about everything in the review video. As of now, only this much in this video. This is your friend Ashok signing out. See you guys in the next video.